Good morning. We're going to do a super gentle sequence for people with really sore bodies. And even if you just want to explore your somatics deeper, this is a really good thing to try. Now, I used to have a very sore, achy body. I don't anymore. This has saved me. I was able to save myself with this process. But if you have a sore, achy body, you got to enter the process and you got to make sure that this really high simmer of your system where everything's boiling over is localized pain and discomfort. Well, we got to settle it down without movements that make it boil over. Don't go into any pain or discomfort in these movements. We're trying to settle the nervous system down, and you're teaching your nervous system out of the problem. Just right in the position that you like to sleep in. That's how we're going to do the movement. So you can do it lying on your back or lying on your tummy, or here I am lying on my side and have plenty of pillow. I guess right today I'm just going to turn this a little bit. Oh, no, I guess that. Plenty of pillow. We're trying to diminish the resting tension in the body. Can we help it settle down? I'm going to teach you a really important pattern that we're going to use today. I have many different pandiculation patterns, different ways to contract and different ways to descend out of the effort. But here we're going to do the fractal pattern. So maybe have your arm in this position, that lower arm down on the mat or the bed. You could have that arm out in front, but just for the video, I'm going to have my arm here. Bending your elbow, rotate the arm, bring the wrist up. We're going to lower down in 3 clear steps. 3, 2, 1. Let that rest. This time coming into it, just the last step. Come up gently. Find that in the body. 1/3. Hold. Coming out of it. 3, 2, 1. Try and control it gently. If there are skips, just have your brain look at what it feels like at the skip. Be in control of it. Be gentle with yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect. The skips are the expression of the problem. So if you find the skips and the unsmoothness, you're finding gold. That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay? We're trying to smooth out the skips. Let's come back up into it. Just the last little step, just gently. And we're going to come up into that I guess we're at 1/9 right now, but we're going to come up into it in 3 steps. So you sort of know what I mean. It's a lot of words for a simple thing. Just come up the softest. 3, 2, 1. Find your breathing and lower out of that. 3, 2, and 1. Let that rest. Really have the courage to just let that rest all the way down. Settle it down. Let it really be supported by the floor, by the bed. I can't do the math right now. Come up that last 1/3, just barely lifting up. Okay. Expert level now. Can you lower that in 3 steps? 3, 2, and 1. Let that go out of the body. Just let that go. Let that go. Let that go. Okay. Find the most comfortable position. Find a comfortable place for the upper arm to be. If you want, it works really well just to have your arms crossed in front. You could have your knees stacked up. You could have a pillow between your knees. Okay. Let's think of the body as front, back, and sides. Sense how your feet are resting on the mat. Sense how your head is resting on the pillow. Not moving or just pulling against the mat. Can feet and head Push ever so slightly back against the pillow. Yes. It's like they're trying to push back there. And, the back is tightening up. If you push a little, just push just enough to find that the back is tightening. Back tightens. And then coming out of that easy. 3, 2, 1. Let that go. And again, just that last third, we're coming up into it. Softly, heels push back, head pushes back. But look, where is it quiet? Where do you need a little bit more? Can the chest push forward ever so slightly against the mat? Can the belly protrude ever so slightly against the mat? Coming out of that. 3, 2, 1. Let's think about the sides of the body. Gently, sense your ankles on the floor and the head on the pillow. Push your head into the pillow. When do the ribs start to tighten? Just a little bit. That's what we're looking for. Push your feet into the mat. When does your hip try to slide up the mat? So it's like you're pulling the shoulder that's resting on the floor, you're pulling shoulder and hip together against the mat softly, lowering out of that. 3, 2, 1. Let that go. And again, head pushes down, feet push down to find hip and shoulder against the mat or the bed, pulling together. How does the breathing change? Just softly find the strength. Come out of that. 3, 2, 1. That lower side rest. Find your breathing. Just let your body breathe automatically. Enjoy the breathing. Bring your awareness to your feet and ankles and your head. Just begin to lift head off pillow and feet off pillow. There's 1 gram less weight of each on the floor. It's armpit pulls to hip. Pushing your lower side, the side against the floor, you're pushing that into the floor. Ankles just a little lighter on the floor, head a little lighter on the pillow. Coming out of that. 3, 2, 1. Soften out of that. Come into it the softest you can. Maybe it's 1/3 back into it, softly. Just enough to get armpit ever so slightly. Upper armpit pulls toward upper hip ever so slightly. Find the strength in the body. How does the body harden? It's like you're turning to stone. You're a statue. How do you start to melt and soften? 3, 2, 1. So let that rest. No effort. Body settling down. Front of the body. Sense the weight of the knees on the mat. Sense the weight of the lower legs and the feet on the mat. Again, look at the head on the pillow. If you're going to just begin to push your nose forward a little bit and pull it down toward the knees ever so slightly. Nose toward knees and knees toward nose to find the front of the body. It's bow tie and belt buckle gently pulling toward each other. Just fill in all the dots. Gentle, gentle. Find all the places that want to rush in. It's just it's stress response tensions. Okay, you're good at tightening here. You're human. Don't be discouraged by the discovery that you're human. Hold that. Hold it tight. You're in charge of it. Come out of that. Don't be discouraged. You are human, and your brain learned your stress, and it learned all these other tensions. We're just showing it how to relax. Show your brain how to relax out of the tension. Breathing. We're going to do this line 3 times. This line really, in most people, this is the line, and we want to get to bigger movements that are more powerful at helping your brain see that it can open. But here we're just showing the brain that it can relax. So look at what the breathing does as you pull nose to knees and pull belt buckle to bow tie and find the front of the body. And it's like you're hunching yourself a little bit. Find the front of the body. Complete the line. Going slowly. 3. Pause. Another step. 2. Pause. And how do you get out of this? 1. Just let it go all the way. Let it really be soft. Let it completely go. It's an act of courage to let it go. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing great. If you got this far, you're doing great. You survived all the stress and all those challenges and all that, pardon me, but all that bullshit in life. We had to get through it. You got through it. Okay, well, your brain learned how to get you through it, and with a little bit you get trapped in how your brain likes to hold you. So we got to just show it that it doesn't have to run you that way. The autopilot likes to run you. When you're ready, be soft on the mat. That's how we're starting. Harden slowly. Nose to knees. Pulling against the mat just in the perfect way. Find all the places that the skin is pulling against the mat or the bed. And find the bow tie to belt buckle. Let the body curl a little bit. It's like you're trying to curl up, but you're pushing against the pillow and pushing against the mat and the bed. Find the breathing. And with this beautiful skill that you've got, come out of that slowly in 3 steps. 3, and a pause. Really pause. We're just going to unfreeze out of this, going 1 step down. That's 2. Pause right there. Just a little haze of it, a little bit. The last step. Can you unfreeze from that? 1. Really let it be soft. Surrender completely. Be soft, soft. Let it be safe. The bed is supporting you. The floor is supporting you. Be heavy on the floor. Let everything be heavy. You can do it. You can do this practice. You can settle things down. I'm Eric Cooper, InspireSomatics.com. Blessings on your journey.